Where's he gone? Good evening. Piers, I'm on my own here. I didn't realize it was going to be that. Welcome to Thfc Till I Die, the almost Spurs past, present, and what's looking to be a really, really positive future under Ange Postecoglou, seeing as we have now got our mojo back after that little run of bad results in November. And we're now hitting the height that we hoped we were going to hit at the start of the season and did hit at the start of the season. Anyway, while I'm waiting for Dermot to come in, I'm just going to see who we've got in the chat.
Sorry, how are you?
Oh, there he is.
How are you?
Yeah, I thought you'd been kidnapped.
Yeah, I was. Yeah, by the Arsenal team, but I got away with it because Arteta started crying. So
Okay,
I gave him his milk. But good. Hang on, Philip. Oh, this is. I'm not used to this new thing. Sorry, guys. we're using the new StreamYard. We're onto a different sort. We're using a group StreamYard within Full Time Sports Network, and I'm not used to it. I'm so used to my old one. I'm still getting used to this one, guys. But I'm going to give myself this, Philip. I have to, for being late and not doing. I'll give myself this. I've just given myself.
I think I'm going to refer that one to Vardum. I think you need more than that. I think you need to go up a color.
Hang on. We're VARing it. Then, Philip, what's VAR's reaction?
Red. Oh, that's it. Don't be late again.
I've just been given the 1 match suspension.
1 match suspension, yeah.
I love using that. All these little new things.
I'll tell you, we'll have some fun with it. We're going to have some fun with that, I'll tell you.
Yeah.
So we are.
Especially when Mia comes on. Mia? Yeah, exactly. We've got big up to Carl Simpson.
Hi, Carl.
Hang on, sorry. Good afternoon, gents. We've got Christopher Inshaw. If Dragerson ends up buying, I will blame Levy for holding out. Right, Philip, can we just put this to bed now? And Carl has actually put it here in the comment. I'll get to your comment in a minute. Dragerson will be a Spurs player. Everything else is smoke and mirrors. We will get there. Here we go soon. Philip, we've been talking about this morning, haven't we? About all this extra news coming. It's his bloody agent. What a dick.
Yeah. And there's a lot of lazy journalism going around as well. People are picking up on this and making it, putting 2 and 2 together and getting 10,
Yeah, absolutely. We've got Matthew. Big up, Matthew. Again, thank you for all the donations you made last week, Philip. Philip has been absolutely loving it. He's now booked his holiday to Barbados for next summer because of it.
Yeah.
And he's booked Mrs. Brady for her and her friends into a resort to get pampered for 2 weeks as well. So thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you, Matthew.
Yeah, see, there you go. Philip is the Tom Jones. Can we get some transfer news, Dermot? Be like, there's nothing we can't do. Exactly. You got it coming. We have it covered, sir.
Hopefully soon.
And also, last night, Philip, we came off air within 2 minutes. I got news about Kylian Mbappé, which we are going to break later. But what was it? 3 minutes, 4 minutes after we came off live last night, that news came through.
Yeah, it just came out about 9 o'clock, 9:30, something around that. Yeah. Well, 10 o'clock. 10 o'clock.
Yeah, 10 o'clock. Afternoon, Wembley one. Afternoon, everyone. Or a blissful weekend result. Let's hope the home draw tonight. Philip, do you want to tell people what's happening with the watch along tonight? Because we are going on a bit early, aren't we?
Yeah, beyond about 7:45 tonight. The draw for the 4th round of the FA Cup has been made from the Wigan ground, I believe, at 7:50. They're making it before the kickoff of the Manchester United game. So we'll know who we face before the game kicks off tonight, which is good. I'm just hoping we get a decent home draw and not against any of the top 6. Don't mind anything apart from that, The one you don't want, obviously, is either Liverpool or Man City away, but let's hope that does not happen.
Now, Mir is saying, let's all laugh as the ass very gunner is a runner. LOL. Well, Mir, this is for you. Yes. Right, okay. Right, I got to get my voice ready for this, Philip. It's very much, have to get it. I have to be like the Norwegian. I have to get my inner Norwegian dinner out for this. No, wrong one. Are you watching Tony Adams, George Graham, Herbert Chapman, Arteta, all the Arsenal players of the past who I can't think of? Your boys, the Queen, the King, Maggie Thatcher, Tony Blair, David Cameron. Arsenal took a hell of a beating. I repeat, Arsenal took one hell of a beating. There you go. I totally balls that up, by the way, Philip. Absolutely balls that up.
Yeah, done better now. It was good enough, yeah. It's the Norwegian Prime Minister you're impersonating, isn't it? Did that.
Well, big up to Mia. Big up, Mia. Do you want to say anything to Mia, Philip?
Hiya, Mia. How's it going? How's your man in the dungeon? Is he going to be back fit for action again soon? Hopefully.
I've got news on that, Philip. Yeah, we can do it. Oh my God, she says I don't like crying baby. Well, that was Arteta. That wasn't a baby. That was Arteta in the Arsenal dressing room last night after the game. Apparently.
Actually, I've got Arteta's team talk in the original Spanish here. Will you listen to this?
Oh, you go on. I'm listening to this. Go on. Can't really hear it.
It actually makes more sense than it does in English.
We do apologise, Bobby, if you're watching every time at Full Time Sports Network. Sorry, but we're laughing.
That was the Swedish chef of the Muppets, by the way.
Brilliant. That's why I was laughing. We've got Greg Sound there. Big up. It says, do. Shame about the Arsenal. That's a good one. We've got Matthew. Can we take a minute for laughing at Arsenal, please, Dermot?
A minute silence or a minute applause?
A minute. I think Arsenal fans are a minute silent. Danielle, good afternoon, Danielle. Good afternoon, One Love Coys. Carl's saying, man, back pie to Spurs. No. Even Philip can tell me that's not happening. Even Philip, you're spot on with that. You can pour cold water on that one, Mr. Brady. Wow, Mapai, what the? Matthew fell for it. Oh, Matthew. Christopher's going for Tottenham versus Maidstone United at home.
Yeah, that's what I like as well. Yeah.
Colin Cross is going for Wrexham.
Yeah, that'd be good.
I have a funny feeling we're going to get Man City somehow, Philip. I just
really
do.
Probably will, you know. Yeah.
Mia says, "Oh my God, that's horrible. Don't like crying babies." It was Arteta, not a crying baby. And Christopher Inshaw, we are ball 7 in tonight's draw, so at least we know where that is. Now, Mr. Brady, a little bit of news today. So we're going to start with the breaking news on Timo
Werner,
right? So this is late. So do you want to read it out, Philip? This is, and I've actually got more news than that afterwards. So read that out, and I'll give you the rest.
Timo Werner travelling to London today in order to complete his move to Tottenham. The medical's been booked. His loan deal with the salary is covered until June. 18 to 19 million euro buy option, but that's not an obligation to buy. It's just an option. Also confirmed, Werner will be at Spurs tonight. So I would say if he does his medical tonight, probably sign tomorrow, I'd imagine.
Yeah. Well, the latest I've gotten it as well, Philip, is this. I was just given this in the last couple of seconds, right? Is that the final valuation of the buy option clause for Timo Werner at Spurs will be 17 million euro. It's not mandatory and up to Tottenham as they will decide in June about Timo's future.
Good, that's a good move. We're not going. If he's a flop, we can send him back, and if he's doing well, 17 million is a bargain.
Yeah, Philip, where are you with this now? We talked about it last night. But if you look at the transfers, it's all very quiet. Are we waiting for one team to make a purchase and then like a domino effect, it will all then fall into place? Every other team then all starts moving. Do you know what I mean?
No, I don't think so. I think Spurs are going on their own on this one. We're breaking the habit of a lifetime.
No, what I mean by this, well, I rephrase it. So I didn't understand it myself. Will Tottenham start the transfer market for other clubs to start buying players? Is this one deal? It's like a domino effect. One deal goes in, then it affects another deal, if you know what I mean.
It might. I don't really see I don't see how us buying Dragusin would start a domino event in the Premiership. It might start it in Germany if we send Eric Dyer to Bayern Munich once we get Dragusin in. But no, I don't really see it. Other clubs will buy what they need in January, and let's face it, January is not usually the busiest transfer window.
No,
so I don't think there's going to be a huge amount of deals. I'm thinking that Tottenham, by necessity, are going to be probably the busiest club in the Premiership during this transfer window, because we need players. To be honest with you, what other teams do, unless they're taking players off us, doesn't really, I'm not really that too concerned about it, because I don't think it's going to be a hugely busy window.
Sorry, Philip, I'm just doing something. I'm going to go across the bottom of the screen, that news on Timo Werner. So, yeah, I always just thought of that. It's like a domino effect, Philip. That's what I thought. But we'll go through some of the chores tonight. Peter M, big up. It says, hello, Dermot and Philip, and everyone in the chat. So sad to see the Gunners gone. You look devastated.
You sound like you mean it, Peter. Yeah, no. Actually, I should have black armband on. I left the black armband.
That's why I'm wearing black today, Philip. I'm in mourning. I'm an absolute. So are you as well.
Yes, I would be black on. But then again, I have this as well,
Yeah. How dare they use an all-white kit? Do you know?
It's cursed them. It's the curse of Arsenal. It's as bad as curse of Mayodem. It's and plus you could no names on the back, and you could hardly read the numbers. It was terrible. Okay, listen. Don't get me wrong. I think the cause that they were promoting is an excellent cause. Yeah. Don't get me wrong, but I think they could have done it a different way with the shirts. Now,
know. Philip, don't go on about Mayo. It's our year this year. Mayo will win the All Ireland this year.
Oh dear.
We've got a big up from Rakesh. Big up, Rakesh. Haven't seen you before. Please welcome and join. Welcome to the channel. Hit the notification bell. Hit your like button. Hit the subscription button, and also pick up your memberships as well. $1.99. It says, when is the FA Cup time? Please. India time.
Yeah, I'm just looking it up here now. I'll get that now. Just bear with me a second now.
Yeah, we'll get that. I'll go through some of the other chats, Rakesh. I'll start you, and then I'll come back.
In Delhi. I'll put in Delhi. Okay, DELHI. DELHI. Search India. Okay, Delhi is presently. It's actually quite strange in Delhi. They're 5.5 hours ahead of us. Yeah, they have a half-hour difference. So that means that 10 to 8 our time is 10 to 1, 20 past 1 in the morning your time. I think it's roughly going to be at.
Is it before? Because Peter M said,
if you live somewhere else, then I don't know.
Peter says it's after the. Is it before or after the game tonight?
No, Philip? It's before. It's before. It's a 10 to 8. It's a 10 to 8. It is.
Okay. There you go, Rakesh. Hope that helped you, sir. And look, we're going on at 7:45, so join us then. I would love to have you, and welcome to the channel. Rarely do. Welcome, Leslie Crawford. Haven't seen you for a while, sir or madam, because Leslie is a lady's name as well as a man's name. So you have to be very careful. You have to, play.
Which Jimenez is that? Is that the Fulham Jimenez?
Give me a 6 million sum up. We'll do nicely when it's just as good. I think it is, Philip. Yeah.
He's not worth 60 million. He's more than Richarlison. He's not worth 60 million. I think Warner at 17 million could be a great. If it's the Fulham Jimenez, then it's definitely not. I don't know of any other one now that I can think of.
No. We've got Dragon D Nuts, almost guaranteed to get a Premier League team away. Yeah, I think.
Yeah, right. Probably will. Probably will.
Turbo Turner. Yeah, that's Matthew's nickname for Timo. Turbo Turner.
Turbo Turner.
I like it. Big up, Matthew. Got Leslie Crawford. Ragnish, the Alliance Dieter. That's the thing, isn't it, Philip? We wouldn't be letting Dyer go if we weren't getting a centre back in to replace him.
No, we couldn't be. Well, especially as the other, we'll have a bit more news about another Spurs centre back who's on the move, and that definitely confirms we're getting somebody in. That's it there. That's it there.
Yeah, what we are. Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
We've got Peter M. To be fair, they wore the white to support. It's a great
true.
Cause,
yeah. I'll take that. Great cause. Brilliant cause.
Great cause.
It just looks so strange to see Arsenal playing in all no red on their kit at all, apart from the badge on the side there.
I was saying to Bobby last night, Philip, that they could have put all in red, and it would have looked better. The kit would have looked nicer actually with the badge, everything red, and the names and everything. I just seeing Arsenal in all white. No. I very nearly
North London is white. North London is white.
How long have we been saying this, Mr. Brady? How long have we been preaching that? Colin Turner, big up. He says, good afternoon, Dermot and Philip. Hope all is well. Good to see Philip go out on loan. He's not getting any game time on the Ange. I think it's a good move. We'll get more on that in a minute. We've got Arsenal cause was a great shame. They look like an Audi version of Real Madrid.
The little version of Real Madrid, yeah. True.
Big up.
The yellow pack version.
Yeah, Colin Cross, big up, Colin. What is your opinion of the treatment of Johnson from some Spurs supporters and the accusation he vapes smoke affects his performance? Philip, I'll let you go first in this. I have my own opinion, but I'll let you go.
I'm afraid I haven't. I've been behind the clock today. I haven't heard about this before. No, but I mean, what you know, I don't like smoking. I don't like vaping. Fair enough. If he wants to do it, that's okay. But what is the treatment of the? I've been getting at him on social media, I presume. What proof have they got that he does it? He hardly does it in front of everyone else. So I don't know. I don't know enough about that actual situation to comment too much on it now.
Yeah, but
I'll have a look.
Yeah, but look,
I don't like smoking. I don't like smoking. Anyway, I don't approve of smoking.
Is it? Are you? He's based on your opinion for the treatment from the fans, Philip. Do you think it's right? Do you think the fans are right to have a go at them or not have a go at them? Or it's up to him what he does.
It's his own decision. I'm sure the club aren't too happy about it. But I mean, let's face it, fans will give out about players even if there's no reason to give out in some cases. So, it's just the way things are on social media now. You're fair game if you do anything that doesn't fit the normal procedures. So, I just hope it's not. I hope that it doesn't affect his performance. I don't see how it has. He's been playing pretty well.
I'm a big fan of Johnson. You know that, Philip. I love him. He reminds me of Tony Galvin in a way. I don't know if you get that same vibe, but he does. There's a bit of Galvin. This Tottenham side, I can link it very much to the 80s side, Philip. Do you know what I mean? I've said this before.
They get trophies, I'll link them. if they can do as well in the cup, in the FA Cup, it's hard to. It's 40 years of a difference. It's hard to. Things have changed an awful lot, but success-wise, hopefully they are like the 80s team. Yeah.
Matthew says 950 in Kerala
in India. Yeah.
Oh, all right.
It's 5.5 hours. 5.5 hours ahead of us. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm back. Your grand Peter Ram. Chris Inshaw says last word on Spurs. Last word on Spurs 3 minutes ago. Breaking news: Tottenham Hotspur are now expected to make a bid for Loic Bade in the next few hours. The centre back has a 55 million release clause. I've asked the question on that, Christopher. I'm not disputing last word on Spurs. Mostly they're spot on, aren't they, as well? But that's another channel that's pretty spot on. Last word on Spurs. But we will let you know on that. Philip, do you think this transfer window, right, is a very weird one because no other teams are buying. It is a chance for Tottenham to grab an advantage over the rest of the top six, isn't it, if we get it right?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, but by necessity we need to buy because of the injuries and the suspensions and the people away on cup duty. Whether we're going to go for another centre-back on top of Dragusin, I don't know. Only time will tell. But it seems to me that if you add up everything that's been spent at the minute, that's 55 million on Yaman Bade, 30-odd million on Dragusin. That's 85 million. That's not taking Werner's loan costs into consideration. So it's probably a lot more than we thought Spurs would spend in the window. So I'd just be a little bit reticent whether we actually buy two centre-backs. And we'll definitely buy one.
Yeah. We've got Chris here. Christopher, we're going for both. That would be amazing. Yeah, it would be. Rakesh says, I just found your channel and subscribed too. Well, thank you very much, sir. We are 1000 Tottenham and Sunny fan from Mumbai in India. Come on, you Spurs. I was so happy to see the Gooners crying yesterday. Well, big up. Philip,
Rakesh, there's an awful what you tell your friends to come and join us. You know? And Dermot, I think you know what would be a great idea. Now, and this is right off the top of my head now, right? Is if Rakesh and some of his lads got together for a watch along in the next few weeks, we bring them on. Yeah. Maybe a Saturday afternoon watch along, which wouldn't be too late for them at night.
Yeah,
you know?
I'm quite happy with that. And also, I think we've reached the 1,700, so we're only 300 away from 2K then, Philip.
Yeah, so
if you want to double check that for us.
Yeah. Well, I can't at the minute because I'm not logged in properly. But
all right.
Yeah, I mean, that'd be Rakesh. Keep in touch on that one because we'd love to get some. We'd love to see the Indian point of view. I know Spurs are very, very popular out in India, and I think it would be great now to get you involved in the watch along, just to get your perspective, see how different it is from the European one.
And also pick up your memberships as well. We're doing a lot of now and news. Oh no! Oh, at the very bottom, Philip, we've got some breaking sad news.
Oh dear! Oh dear!
The legend that is Franz Beckenbauer, the second man to take a club to World Cup glory as a player and a manager, Franz Beckenbauer has just passed away. Philip, sort of overshadows the show a little bit. This, but what a player, what a man, and what a football man.
I remember him when I was a kid. In the German World Cup teams, he was an excellent player and a real stalwart of Bayern Munich as well. So Bayern Munich will be in mourning after this. It really was. And he was. Do you know what he was? He was a great player. He was a clean player. He wasn't one of these players who got booked every 5 minutes. He was an ambassador of the game, and it's so sad to see him gone. Really sad.
It is. It's also David Bowie's anniversary today as well.
Oh, there you are now. There you are.
Yeah, and I'm a massive Bowie fan. It was his birthday. He was born on the same day as Elvis Presley, and he died then. He released his new album on the 6th, and then he died on the 8th. Bowie, but that is sad news. The Kaiser, I think they called him, isn't it, Philip? Back in the day.
The Kaiser, yeah, that's right.
Yeah. Not playing in red is the point, as the campaign is called No More Red. That's brilliant.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Yeah. Colin was on about Gimez plays for final.
It's a different Jimenez. Oh, that's okay. I was wondering, was it the Fulham Jimenez, you know? Right.
Carl says, it's disgusting giving the poor kid a chance. Do you know how many players smoke and vape? Its answer is bloody loads of them. Exactly.
Yeah, probably.
Does it? He does not smoke or vape. It's the shit. It's the shit a certain supporter put on TikTok.
Wow, there you go. And that call himself a supporter doing that sort of stuff, you know.
Leslie says Johnson's dad, Egg Thrones player, has Brennan well grounded. I don't think there's anything to that. I don't think there is either.
Hopefully not.
Still think the 80 side was a lot more talented, but let's see how the transfer window pans out in the near future.
Yeah.
Based on what you said, Philip.
Yeah.
We've got Colin Turner that should have played in yellow. I really like Johnson, and the criticism is disgusting. I remember a certain other Welsh player called Gareth who had a dodgy first season. That turned out all right. That's so true, actually. We've got Colin. If you're paying 55 million for a centre back, then it's not going to sit on the bench. This is for you, Philip. I'll put this question for you. Do you agree with Ashley Phillips on loan to Plymouth? And we are going to go more into this later, but just very quickly, Philip, do you agree?
Yeah, I think it's a good move for him. Like, he's not going to get game time at Spurs with another centre back coming in. So yeah, good move. Get a bit more experience. He is one for the future. So send him out and get him. Now, the only thing, when he goes to Plymouth, I hope he plays. I hope he's not sitting on the bench like a lot of other loan players. But yeah, good move.
Then again, of course, the sad news, Franz Beckenbauer. I'll get Philip's favourite Beckenbauer moments but I've got one or two for me. I remember him more as a manager, Philip, than as a player. Yeah. So you saw him as a player. Didn't he play once with a broken collarbone in the World Cup semi-final in 1970?
Yeah, I'm playing with a bandage on his arm. Yes, I remember that. I think it was 1974. I think that was. No, he was a gentleman, absolute gentleman footballer, and I tell you who I always think he was the German Bobby Charlton. He was that type of ambassador for the game. You know, he was a great player, and sad that the two of them died within a few weeks of each other.
Yeah, that is so true. We've got what a man, what a player. The ball was glued to his foot. It was. Yeah. I actually watched the other day, Philip. Watched him and playing. I was watching some 74 World Cup stuff on YouTube, and it was some West Germany games. Yeah. Wow. He was some player, though. He really was, Philip.
He was.
We've got Colin saying, very sad news regarding Beckenbauer. A fantastic player, read the game, could pass, bring the ball out with ease. Was he the first sort of sweeper, Philip? Was he that sort of... I think he was, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was, I think. Yeah. Like he was only 20 when he played in his first World Cup final in 1966. Yeah, then he kind of developed into kind of I'm trying to think, was he defensive midfielder or defensive midfielder? Yeah, he was a bit ahead of his time anyway. He certainly was ahead of his time.
What we'll do tonight also during the watch along tonight, halftime, Philip, I'll do a sort of a PDF of all of his accomplishments and his stats as a player and a manager, and we'll go through it tonight if that's all right, guys. We may do it as a pre-record for you members, just as our way of paying our respects to the great German Franz Beckenbauer. Was he manager of Bayern Munich at any time? Was he just chairman or something?
He was definitely president of them anyway. I'm not sure, did he ever manage them?
Yeah.
I'll soon find out here. Hold on.
Yeah. Leslie Crawford said Sonny didn't set the world on fire in his first season either. 4 goals in 28 Premier League games. Sonny will be fine. He will be. Colin says Gilzine drank a whiskey and smoked a cigar at halftime.
Yeah. Only one?
Are you telling me Tottenham players were half pissed during the matches in the 60s and 70s here?
Not half pissed, fully pissed.
Okay, fair enough.
No, only joking.
Philip Loan, Carl says Philip Loan is great. Then Dyer out and bring in the new ones in. I think so too. Philip's new coach knows Ashley Philip from his time as the England under-20 coach. Would that actually be that's a good thing. Peter Rem says, talking of great players having a dodgy first season, Luka Modric can be added. He was small, rather like Hill, couldn't keep the ball. Then he got a Premier League way of playing, and the rest is history.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
That's true. That's true. Yeah. Good point. It takes a while.
Gareth Bale as well, Philip. How many games did he? Was it 25 games before he got a first win as Tottenham?
Yeah, he was a jinx. It was every game he played for Spurs. He wasn't playing every game now, but every game he played, we lost or drew. He wasn't in the winning team for nearly a whole season. You know, he wasn't. He was a bit of an albatross. And then, just to go back on Franz Beckenbauer briefly, Dermot, I'm just saying here, he did manage Bayern Munich twice, in 93 to 94 and in 1996. And he had 103 caps for Germany, scoring 14 goals.
Yeah. And Jazz Fusion all I can say is wow to this. Privileged to watch him play with the Cosmos back in the day. Wow.
That's right. He played in 1983. He played 25 matches for the New York Cosmos, scoring 2 goals. Yeah.
Wow.
That was near the back end of his career, obviously.
Did Pele play for the Cosmos as well? He ended his career.
He did.
Yeah.
He did. Yeah, he did. Yeah.
One of the first defensive midfield playmakers. That's what I was trying. That was it. Yeah.
He pretty much invented the sweeper system.
Yeah.
Beckenbauer.
Yeah. The Plymouth manager is an ex-England youth manager, so he knows Phillips. Peter Rem says we can't really compare attitudes to fitness in the 60s and now. That's true.
True.
That's so true. And Bale took 2 years to play in the winning team. Yeah. But look, we'll talk about all the rest later. But this is the transfer show, guys, so we are getting back to it. So that is the latest on Turbo
Werner.
Turbo Timo.
Turbo Turner.
It's gone across the bottom of your screen as well, guys. But this is the second bit of news I got today, Philip. Fabio Carvello has received now the green light from Liverpool to travel to undergo medical tests at Hull City. Done deal, on loan until June. There is no buy option.
It's a bit of a come down for him.
Are you surprised he's Liverpool letting him go, Philip, considering last night Liverpool was comfortable enough putting on 2 kids? So what do you think the reasoning is behind this deal? Do you think it's just for him to play football or
possibly? I don't know what goes on in Klopp's mind, but I mean Carvalho. I'll expect a player of his standing to be going to at least another Premiership club or a comparable level abroad. But going to Hull City, it seems to be a bit of a come down for him, you know. Maybe he wants to go, maybe he wants to get his confidence back or whatever, but strange move. Yeah. A really strange move.
And also Chelsea are in the transfer news again. Ian Maatsen on loan to Dortmund from Dortmund from Chelsea, moving to the final stages. Dortmund expect to get it done this week. I'm not really surprised it's happening. If players are not getting into Chelsea's team, Philip, they're going to have to look for loan deals, aren't they? Really, to get some game time.
Well, I'm sorry, Dermot. There were that many players in the Chelsea. I've never even heard of this guy. That's how many players Chelsea have at the minute. Never even heard of him. So good luck to him. That's all I can say.
Yeah.
Put on this. He's going to a better club, going to Dortmund from Chelsea. Anyway.
Yeah. Now this broke last night. as soon as we come off air, what was it? 5 minutes, Philip? Not even that.
Yeah.
Do you want to read it out? I'll let you read this one out, Philip. Go on.
Kylian Mbappe, that well-known guy who likes his own way and everything, will join Real Madrid next season. An agreement was reached in recent days with the French striker from a Spanish source, Kylian Mbappe. Right, he's given up a loyalty bonus of 70 million quid to PSG to go to Real Madrid, which is mad money. I think his mother makes all the decisions for him anyway, you know. So I know I'm sorry, but I don't really get Mbappe. I know he's a good player. He can be brilliant at times, but there's a lot of times he's completely anonymous. Like I saw him play in the Aviva in Dublin here last year against Ireland, and he hardly got a kick. So you know, great player, I'm sure, but what the money he's on and the money he thinks he's worth, it's extortion.
Can you imagine him?
Can afford him.
Yeah, can you imagine him and Bellingham together, Philip? That is
that's some combination. Yeah, in fact, I rate Bellingham as a better player than Mbappe.
Yeah, well,
Carl Bellingham's younger brother at Sunderland is reckoned to be better than the one in Real Madrid. So you know that Bellingham dynasty is going to last and last. But that's a good combination at Real Madrid. They'll do very well with those two.
Yeah, it is. So that is like Carl says, my Mbappe and Bellingham. It's one hell of a combination. It is Jazz Fusion unless he joins Liverpool. Big up to Gary Bex. Big up Gary. I haven't seen you for a while. What Werner, Rudu, Philip, just read that out for us, and I'll be back to you.
Werner, Dragusin, Lloyd Sule, as of 2 hours ago. Calvin Phillips on loan with the obligation to buy if Højbjerg leaves. Yeah, I'll tell you. But I mean, Werner, Dragusin, they expect those two to happen. Lloyd Kelly be one from left field. Sule, I don't really know that much about the guy. Calvin Phillips. We talked about that last night. If you had a choice between Calvin Phillips or Conor Gallagher to come in, I personally would prefer Conor Gallagher, but the fact that he plays for Chelsea means it'll probably be easier to deal with Man City and to get Phillips in rather than Gallagher. But I'll tell you, if we did 3/4 of what you say there, Gary, it'd be a brilliant transfer window. It's already turning into looking like a good one, but this could be serious. And we're getting our players back, getting Romero back, getting Nicky van de Ven back, getting Madison back, and then we've got Sonny, Basuma, and Sarr to come back from the various cup competitions. Could be a very, very interesting second half of the season for Tottenham. Really good.
Sorry, Philip. What is talking about? Gary's message here.
Yeah, those. I'm just saying to them, if we got 75% of that, it'd be a fantastic window. Like I know we've already got Werner and Dragusin. The other two, I don't know. And Calvin Phillips, we talked about him last night. We'd probably rather have Gallagher, but Man City might be easier to deal with than Chelsea, because we know we don't really get on very well with Chelsea at any level.
No, we don't.
So we'll see what happens there. I can pan that one out.
As we said, under 19s England captain Ashley Phillip joins Plymouth Argyle on loan, which I think is a good move for him. Philip, get him game time and experience. Yeah. Now, a bit of injury news. Now, we'll do the rest for you guys. I've got 3 of them. Ben Davies, of course, eventually, this was Ange. Unfortunately, it looks like Ben's done his hamstring tonight, which is another blow for us because those two, Davies and Emerson Royal, have been real warriors for us in the past few weeks. Postecoglou said, sounds like Davies could be set for a spell on the sidelines, potential return on loan. Philip, I agree with him when he says him and Emerson have been warriors. A lot of people are slagging them off, Philip. A lot of people, including myself, have said that Davies is not good enough. But has he made you change your mind on his performances with that defence with Emerson? I fair play to them, Philip. I'm fair play to them both. I think they've done brilliant. What's your thoughts on it?
Yeah, of course they have. I mean, we've been playing 4 fullbacks as our back line for the past 4 or 5 matches. I mean, what are we now? 1 defeat and 5?
Yeah.
I think Davies and Royale. I thought Royale was exceptional against Burnley the other night. I thought he was really, really good. Ben Davies, he'll rarely let you down. He's not the greatest footballer on earth, but he's a solid pro. He's committed. He'll give everything to Tottenham, and he has done. He's a longer-serving player with the club now once Eric Dyer goes. So he will be, missed if we don't get Van de Ven back. Although Van de Ven, I'd say, will be back for the Man United game because he was on the bench the other night. So that means if we can get, we need to get Romero back, or we need to get, hopefully, the centre-back pairing next Sunday of Dragusin and Mickey Van de Ven.
Yeah.
Let's see what we're made of.
Yeah. Look, for me, Philip, I hope you agree with me on this. Ben Davies, I owe him a gratitude for what he's done. Him and Emerson. There is a centre-back pairing, Philip, that was very unlikely, but they work well together.
They did. Didn't go too well against Brighton, but I mean, Brighton are a decent team.
Play well at
teams
Brighton.
Off. Nobody played well at Brighton.
Exactly.
Nobody did. So I mean, it's a case of he's a pro. He's limited in his skill levels or everything, but he'll pop up. He'll get the odd goal for you, and he'll never let the club down. And I mean, it's no reflection on, but he was given a 3-year contract last season. Which is a nice way of saying thank you for all he's done for the club. Good squad player once we get our main men back again.
Yeah. But big up to everyone. 64 of you in the house. So please hit that like button. Please hit that subscription button. And please hit that notification bell. Also pick up your memberships as well. $1.99 to up to $4.99, I think. And also super chats, super stickers do help me and Philip keep doing what we're doing, which is we're not good enough to play football, but by hell can we talk about football and talk about the club we love and talk about the game we love as well. Matthew, my dad got a bit sad after he heard this news. He got emotional. Do you think people, I don't mean this to be rude, Philip, right? But do you think people of your generation will be a bit sad today with the passing of Beckenbauer?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I mean, let's face it.
My generation, I only remember him as a manager of West Germany.
Yeah, no, I remember as a player. There will be. I mean, let's face it, Dermot. Time marches on, and this isn't going to be the last of it. We're going to have players from the 60s that are going to be coming towards the end of their life now, and it's going to happen more and more now. But Franz Beckenbauer was one of the greats. Really was one of the greats.
Was he one of the world greats?
Yeah, absolutely, world class. I mean, world class is bandied around a lot, and half the time it's not deserved. But he deserved the title world class.
Would you call him a legend? I know legend is banded about everywhere.
Absolutely. He's probably the most. I'd say you've got Gerd Muller, Jürgen Klinsmann, who's the name of the other goal player? And him will be three legends of German football. But Franz Beckenbauer, in my opinion, would top a lot of them.
Chelsea's list got the other 243 players to deal with.
That's all. It doesn't take them all year to do that,
Yeah. Big up to Jazz Vision, unless he joins Liverpool. We've got Matthew. That's Real Madrid for you. The only signed superstars, Galacticos. Yeah, that's so true.
Yeah.
Phillips for Højbjerg, like for like.
Yeah,
it's not a bad shout, actually.
Yeah, it is. Phillips might be slightly more technically better, but as I said, Gallagher would be my man, but we'll see. Okay.
Yeah. We've got Carl Simpson. Hey, Gary, where did you see that? I'm getting excited now. I've actually sent it over to the people we use, Philip. So we use. And by the way, can I just say something as well on the Mbappe news, Philip? We do have a Spanish source. That actually came from my Spanish source last night.
All right. Okay. Right.
So we've got a source in Spain. This channel's growing, Philip. It is growing.
Yeah. Worldwide contributors.
Yeah,
Alex Scott should be considered. That's the guy from Bournemouth.
Yeah, you've said it before, Philip, about him. And then Alex Scott. Look, there's David Levy asking for his VAT returns. How do I write this off? Philip is asking.
It's about Beckenbauer.
Yeah. No,
he was 78.
Sure it was 78. He's not. That's not old.
78. Yeah, not old. Yeah. In fact, the Brazilian manager Mario Zagallo died last week. The guy that brought Brazil to the title in 1970. Yeah,
I never knew that. Wow, that was a great sign. Yeah. Davids has stepped up to the mark. Solid old pro. Yeah, he is.
That's it.
Yes.
That's
it. Peter Rem, Royal and Davids have done okay. Good team news. We've got Gary Bex. Davids is a top pro and the Spurs man through and through, which he is. Big up to Simon Cohen. He says, evening, boys.
Simon.
Big up also to Paul Pablo as well. Evening, guys. Leslie Crawford, Davis and Emerson have covered 5 positions this season. Ange likes players who are versatile. We reckon, Philip,
true.
yeah.
I'd say he probably hasn't cut in the grass at the stadium after the match as well. Helping out the grounds, man.
5 managers can't be wrong about Davis.
Yeah, that's true. He's stuck there. He's been there for a while.
Well, they can be definitely wrong about Eric Dyer. Every manager Davis has played under have respected him and played. People seem to forget he is a Wales international as well, Philip, and plays in that back three for Wales.
He plays as centre back for Wales as well as left back.
Yeah. Gary Beck says, Carl Simpson, Lloyd Kelly was marked out as out of the blue. Opportunity has arisen. Yeah. We went for him in the summer, Philip, and nothing came out of it. But we've been keeping tabs on him. We've got Peter M. I'm old enough to have seen him play for West Germany in the 60s and 70s. He was a top player. Beckenbauer, an all-timer. I agree, Philip. He was Germany's Charlton.
Yeah, he was.
That's some compliment you can play. Matthew says the same will happen to me.
Well, I hate to say it, I can't. Ronaldo or Bale passes away. Yeah, well, that's true. That will be of the younger generation, And let me see now. I guess go back a bit on these.
Sorry for Matthew. The same will happen to me when we hate. We've got Leslie Crawford. Lord Kelly's talking to several clubs in Serie A. I wouldn't be surprised if he went there either, Philip. To be
probably
fair.
not. I don't think we'll. I really don't think we. If we're going for the other 2 centre backs, we don't need him.
No, we don't. We've got. Do we have anything in Callum Phillips? I've asked the question, so I'm waiting to hear. Nothing yet, but I will let you know.
He has a dodgy haircut.
Yeah. What's the news on transfers? Says Paul Pablo. Well, this is the latest, Paul. Timo Werner travelling to London today in order to complete his move to Tottenham with medical book, loan deal, salary covered until June, 18 June until June. It's a 17, down the bottom, but this is latest I got today. It's a 17 million option to buy. Now, that's not an obligation, is it, Philip? It's an option.
No.
Am I right on that?
It means we can send him back if we don't like him, and we can keep him if we do.
Yeah. So that's it. Is your Spanish sauce jalapeno? No, it's the same sauce I use for everything. He just liked to announce himself as a Spanish sauce.
Nice hot sauce.
You know who you are.
Sauce.
He watches this channel, by the way, Philip, so he knows who he is. So I have to call him a different name now. What's the name? What's the popular Spanish name in Spain?
Pedro.
We'll call him Pedro. Anyway. Don't forget, Alfred Devine is doing well out on loan.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, he is.
Yeah. Jazz Fusion on the stick, Dragon. Yeah, very funny. We've got Paul like Davis underrated. Peter M. Davis is the Wales captain now. Yeah. What else we got there? Do you want to read the last 4 out here, Philip? I bring them up and you read them out.
Franz is right up there as one of the footballers who changed the game. He did. He brought in the sweeper system for good or bad. He was up to his time. It was full 2 wing backs, a couple of centre backs, it was a midfield and 3 forwards. It was different. Now he changed that and brought in the sweeper, which is very effective. Bale is literally, I love him so much. For me, he was the greatest British player of all time. Yeah, he's up there. I mean, we made him what he was, really, when you think about it. And, it was great to see him back at the Spurs for a season there a couple of years back. But greatest player of all time, might be pushing it a little bit, but he's in the top 10 anyway, that's for sure.
Yeah, he is. We've got
Carl Simpson. Apparently Skip can leave, but he wants to fight for a place. Okay, fair enough. Yeah. Philip, I'd be amazed if we shelled the 35 million. It'd take just to talk to Bade. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. If we're going for Dragusin, that seems to be the main priority at the minute. Then again, I suppose there's always a fallback. If things do go wrong with Dragusin, this guy will fall back on him. But I think Dragusin is the man.
Then why can't we not get 2 centre backs in, Philip, as cover?
Money. Though it's the spending. It's the price of them. That's the problem, I think.
Yeah.
Ferguson is still dragging. Yeah, he's dragging.
This fucking agent of his, Philip, is a pain in the ass. He's made this worse than what it should be. To be fair.
Yeah. I know. Yeah, he seems to be delaying things a lot.
It is. Colin Cross going there. Philip, just read this because they're coming in.
Werner is like buying PVC. Try, don't send back, low risk. Yeah, but I think like I have to admit when I heard this perf, oh God, no, another Chelsea reject. But the more I looked into Werner, okay, his goal ratio mightn't be great, but his pace and the amount of checking back and pressing that he does is right up Ange's street. So I can see why Ange wants him. And if Ange wants him, that is good enough for me.
Yeah, it is for me as well. It is for me. Big up the Horn Dog. Haven't seen you, but I love his Angry Bird. But it says Werner will be a great addition to the team. Agrees with you, Philip. Now get Dragon and sort that defense area out, and Premier League title is ours for the taking. Just let you respond to that, Philip. Sorry.
Well, I mean, okay, I haven't jumped aboard. We call it the delusional train here at the minute. Dermot's driving it at the moment. Now, if we beat Man United on Sunday, then I might just happen to buy a ticket. I might just get on board there, because I'm looking at what Arsenal are doing and looking at Man City aren't firing on full cylinders. I think Liverpool are probably the main challengers. Newcastle aren't pushed, and Villa will fall off. So if we can get our players back, get our new players there, and get back to playing the way we have been early on in the season, there's no reason why we can't push very hard for the title. Might be a bridge too far, but it's going to be one hell of a ride.
I agree with Horn Dog. I agree with them. If we get the right signing, I keep saying it, Philip, and nobody's actually believing me or listening to me when I say it. I think you are, but not a lot of other people are. When they say, if we can steal a march on these teams, why can't we not win the Premier League this season? Why can't we not? Why? Isn't it today is to do? Today is to dream.
Oh, it is, yeah, it is. But the difference in this year, Dermot, and other years, we didn't have managers in that were brave enough to take the step to say, right, lads, we are going to win this. I think Ange Postecoglou has instilled a winning mentality into this team in a very short space of time. He's only there 5 months, 6 months.
Yeah.
And look what he's done. Did you think we'd be pressing this hard for the title in the first season? I didn't.
I knew what he did. I knew.
We saw that. We hoped he'd do the same. We hoped he'd do the same.
I was with you, Philip. I thought it'd take him 6 months to get his feet under the table, get a couple of transfer windows in, and then sort it out. But I think a lot of dominoes fell in. Harry Kane left was one domino that was one jigsaw piece, Philip. 2, the players have bought into what Ange is all about. That's another jigsaw piece in.
Yeah.
He was backed in the summer market with players that he wanted, Philip. That's another bit of the jigsaw in. So, am I surprised? Yes. But on the other side, am I surprised? No. Because we all know what Ange's like.
I think the players deserve great credit for this as well. You had a bunch of players who, on the 30th of June, before Ange took over, I'd say half of them would have left the club if an offer came in for them. They were so disillusioned with the way we were playing football. And this guy comes along and says, right, lads, I want you to play 1-touch, 2-touch football on the front foot, attack. Boys, hallelujah. We've got someone now who wants to play Spurs, football the Spurs way. And we're top of the league after 7 or 8 games, blowing teams away. We beat Man United, we beat Liverpool, we drew with Arsenal. I mean, at the start of the season, we would have thought, they're 3 games we're going to lose. But we won them and we drew one. And I think the attitude of the fans were chanting his name so quickly into his reign. It took, I think even Pochettino took him a long time for the fans had a song going for him. Now Robbie Williams has given the Spurs fans the perfect song, and they're at it every game. And so this is great. I mean, this is the most positive I've been as a Spurs fan since the season where we nearly won the league. Second in the league or third in the league.
I'm saying it now.
And the
Philip,
season after.
Right? As much as everyone says the Poch era was exciting, right? I'm now looking back on it properly instead of looking back through tinted glasses, right? Poch was lucky, I feel, but he didn't have the managerial experience to get us over the line for trophies. No. And it was too much.
Go on. Sorry, go on.
He reminds me a little bit of Arteta, where he only picks his best mates. Do you know what I mean? I look at Ange. Yeah. Ange takes no prisoners.
Yeah.
If you're the world's best player, But sorry, Philip, go ahead. Go on. Sorry.
No, you finish your bit, Dermot, because I'm going to just follow on what you were saying. Carry on.
You look at Ange, right? And even if you're the world's best player, and he comes in and finds you got an attitude problem, you're out of that club.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter if you're the world's best player or the crappiest player. You could be the crappiest player in the world and have an attitude of, I want to win. I want to give it all. Ange will look after you. He will pick you. He will develop you. That is the right way. Poch wasn't like that. And this is why I think Ange will be a success. That was Poch's failing. Whereas Ange's, he will take us over the line, Philip. That's my opinion.
I'll go back to 2015-16, right? The season when we were pressing Leicester, right?
Yeah.
And we ended up finishing third in the 2-horse race.
Yeah.
Because Poch didn't have the bravery to go for that, right? Following season was most enjoyable. We finished second to Chelsea, but that was a great unbeaten at home the entire season. That was brilliant, right? Now, carry forward 2 more years. We're in the Champions League final. Pochettino did something that Ange Postecoglou would never, ever have done. He played a half-fit Harry Kane in that final.
Yeah.
Ange Postecoglou would have said, Harry, I'm sorry, but you're not starting this match. And Lucas Moura is starting. He got us here. He's going to finish the job. And I reckon if that had happened, we would have won that Champions League final.
I'd say so.
Things went against us from the start, I know. But it's just a pity Ange wasn't in charge then. Because if he was doing then what he's doing now, we'd be European champions.
Yeah. We've got Colin Cross. I agree with you, Philip. I'm with you, Dermot. With the big boys back, keep tracking the top, and then come off the last bend and push for it. Yeah, we will get there.
Hopefully.
Paul Pablo, instead of Rudu, would you prefer to make an offer for John Stone at Man City? There is not one bad player. I put this one to you, Philip. Yeah or nay on John Stones?
Yeah, he's a good player, all right. Good player. Again, is he an Ange player? That's what I always look at. When I see there's good players and there's Ange type players. Is he an Ange type player? Can he play out from the back with his feet? Can he do what Romero does? And the fact that he's Manchester City, he's probably, I'm not sure what age John Stone is, but he might be a little bit towards his 30s. I'm just going to check it here now, actually.
Carl says, why are you checking that? Carl says, I think we'll see a lot of players leaving like Dyer, Hill, Højbjerg expected. I think so too. I've already got Dyer's thumb there ready to go for when he does leave. Man United ended Ten Hag's era, maybe.
John Stones is 30 this year. He's 30 this year. So that enough would rule him out for me now. But anyway.
Yeah. Colin Cross, Kane would have stayed if he knew this was going to... He would have done, Philip.
But you know something, Dermot? Yeah, I was at the Shakhtar Donetsk game when Harry Kane played his last match for Tottenham and he scored 4 goals. I think Harry could have seen from that performance. I know it was only a friendly, but I think Harry saw what was going on at Tottenham there. And if he wanted to stay, he would have. His mind was made up. And no amount of wins was going to change it. I don't think... Colin, I take your point. I think Harry had said enough's enough at Tottenham and I'm off to Germany. And if we'd won that match 10-1 and he scored 9 goals, he still wouldn't have stayed. I think he was gone.
Yeah.
Because he walked around the ground afterwards doing that. And I knew then that was it. He was gone.
Yeah. Paul Pablo says, my favourite manager besides Bill Nick, Birkinshaw, lost respect, dropping Moura after scoring a hat-trick. I think a lot of fans of that.
Exactly.
I don't think so, says Chaz Fusion. Kane leaving Cam came down to he and his family's relationship with Levy.
Maybe, I don't know. I'm not into that. I'm not party to that knowledge at all. No, I don't know.
No, neither am I. Carl, Philip, you can go in and coach. I'm the first. Philip, you can go in coach. I am first class. Dermo has his training heart driving the hype train. There you go.
Yeah, don't go through any red signals.
Oh, I get it now. Philip, you can go in the coach.
I'm back in steerage. Yeah, I'm back in steerage. Yeah.
Philip's my coal man. He's shoveling the coal into the train to keep it going. We've got bathtub, bathroom, showroom, Chelmsford. Well, if that's a company, big up. Everyone that lives near Chelmsford or anyone that lives near, please go to bathtub, bathroom, showroom, Chelmsford. I'm sure it's a great shop. If you've got a website, let us know and we'll plug you. We'll give you a bit of a plug on our next show, sir. Tottenham could yet improve their offer for Radu, and it could come in the next few hours. Toto Mecca Webb explained further. Napoli are virtually out of the race. Philip, right, I'm going to say this now once and for all. Can you please tell people when we told people about Napoli were out of the race? Was it about a week ago?
Yeah, Napoli are out of the race because A, they can't afford them, and B, the player they were offering as part exchange wasn't acceptable. But it's just that the various in the nose or no feck all keep putting this thing out because it's slow news day. Arsenal putting other players in. Tottenham are competition for Dragusin, and they put it out there. It's clickbait, and you'll never ever hear that on here. You'll never ever hear that on here.
It takes a 2-bit Bob channel, right? YouTube channel, to come out with the proper facts, and all these into-knows are coming out. And then you see other YouTubers snapping onto it. Oh, that's what's going to happen. Oh, that's what's going to happen.
Yeah.
Nah. To the holding the shirt, or do you get, here we go from Barizzo and my source, then that's when it will happen. Anything else? No. Colin Cross says, Ange has the supporters on his side, just like Bill Nick did.
Yeah.
Is there a comparison, Philip, between Ange and Bill Nick? And the way he runs the
club? I mean, okay, running a football club in the 60s and early 70s is nothing. You can't compare the way it's been run now. It's a multifaceted money machine at the minute. It was purely football back in those days. But Bill, I don't think Ange has got much to do with the contract side of things, whereas Bill would have dealt with the contracts back in the day. I've heard of players going looking for a pay rise and end up taking a pay cut once he's finished with them, you know. So I think it's different from that point of view. That the manager's role has changed. It used to be all encompassing. Now it's a bit more specialized. Ange looks after the team and the training, and that's it. But he certainly has the supporters. I mean, my God, that guy. That guy is loved. He really is. He's got such a lovely personality as well.
Yeah.
And I love his press conference, and when somebody says something a little bit out that he doesn't like, he's not long snapping them down, you know, which is great. Rather than being politically correct, he tells them what he thinks of them.
It's like the Dyer thing the other day when he said, "Are you questioning my integrity?" When he said that the other day in the press conference. Leslie Crawford says Poch was damned if he did and damned if he didn't regarding playing Kane in the Champions League final. Mora didn't do much in his time before leaving. I agree with Philip on this. He should have started Mora. Picking Kane was like, all right, you're my best friend. I'm going to pick you. He didn't do anything that match. I'm sorry.
He wasn't fit. He wasn't fit. No. He wasn't fit.
Thiago Silva, Chelsea, 35 and class. Centre-back, 30 is nothing, says Paul Pablo. Big up to EE. Sorry, Philip, you're going to say?
Yeah, I'm going to say, but I think what Ange is trying to build is a younger team. If you look at the average age of the players he's buying, that's why I think 30 might be outside that. Is now a good player. Don't get me wrong, and 35 for a centre back isn't that old either. But I think 21-year-olds, 22-year-olds, like Van der Ven, this is where he's at the moment.
Mr. EE says hi, Dermotron. Hi, Phil. Colin Cross. Everyone says about Werner misses go. Look at Havertz and Nunes. That yesterday. That was unreal yesterday. Mystery says, I agree with that comment about Lucas Moura in the Champions League final. He was our form player, and Pochettino ruined not only his career, but also our chances in that final by dropping him.
Yeah, exactly.
And also before that final, if I'm not mistaken, Philip, he was coming out in press conferences, well, if I win the Champions League, I'll be gone, I'll resign, I'll retire. I cannot do it.
Yeah, well, he was a little bit... He signed his own death warrant there, really. I've never seen a manager fall out of favour with players and with the fans as quickly as he did. Like that was May 19. He was gone by November. You know.
Yeah. Missy says Kane was unfit. Only managed 17 touches in that final. Enough said. Yeah. Nunes has more Premier League goals in less Premier League games than Werner. Carl says I like John Stones. I think he would improve. I don't know what. I think he would as well, Philip. But
maybe he would. I'm not knocking it, but I don't think he's on Ange's radar. I don't think he's on his radar.
Yeah. Big up to Big T tonight. We got the game covered, of course, tonight. Wigan against Manchester United. I know
Ange won't change. Ange won't change.
No.
He won't.
Look, do you think that game, is this a really good time to play Man United, Philip, at Old Trafford?
No, I think Man United will be hurting a bit, after what's happened. I think they will probably Spurs will suit Man United, and it's going to be a very, very tight game. There'll not be much in it. There really will not be much in it.
No.
And I think, in fact, I'd be a little bit wary unless we've got our proper centre-back pairing in place for that game. Playing the fullbacks might not just get us through that match.
Yeah, Big T says, can Ange play his own? Oh, rather, but big up the Big T anyway. And I look forward to you. If you want to come on Sunday and join us for the watch along with you and Colin, do. Me and Philip would love having you. When me and Philip are jumping around, you two could be crying. Ange talking on camera. Why does he always look down every time? I think he's just like
I
that,
know.
isn't he?
It's just the way. It's just his mannerisms. I think he's thinking what he's saying, and he look up occasionally and then go back down again. It's quite strange what he does.
My missus just said something, and I think I do. It's a very autistic thing, not looking at the camera. No eye contact. Even when I'm doing the stream, Philip, you notice me. I'm looking. I do sometimes. I notice it myself now. I don't look straight at the camera where you do. You look straight at the camera down to people. It's a sort of autistic thing.
Okay.
And he's got this nasty cough as well, Philip.
What's that? Who is?
I said he's got this nasty cough.
Oh, sorry. Well. Yeah. Right. Yeah. Maybe that's just a passive thing, But Jazz Fusion, what he says there, he can't stand the media. I think he's right. I'd say being a hard talk in Australia after every game, you probably, oh Jesus, I have to go out to talk to these prats now and talk crap for half an hour. I think that's his thinking on it. He'd rather be having a chat with the lads in the dressing room.
Yeah. Well, we've got Leicester Crawford BT. You need to worry about Wigan tonight, one game at a time. No VAR tonight. No, there isn't.
Can I say about that? I think the FA are totally wrong there. If that's a game played at a Premiership stadium, there's VAR. But if it's played at a First Division or Championship ground, there is no VAR. Surely there should be there could be decisions made in those games that would affect the outcome of the matches. If there's VAR, you've got the VAR to fall back on. If there's not, you haven't. Surely it should be no VAR or VAR everywhere, and obviously there can't be VAR everywhere. So they should have knocked VAR on the head completely for the FA Cup unless all matches are played at the Premiership grounds. Anyway, that's me. And Colin Cross is saying, "What about Hincape? Strange how it's all gone quiet." Yeah, different managers, different ideas, different this. Excuse me. I haven't heard Hincape mentioned at all this winter, but. You never know. Things can move on. Things can change. It's only the 8th or the 9th of February or January, should I say. Now, let's see. Let's go play the last few of the comments. We're going to finish it off soon, lads, because we've been on for over an hour.
Okay, sorry, Philip. I'm coming now. Carl Simpson, breaking news. Napoli are now back in the race after watching THFC till I die, mocking them.
Don't even worry about that. Naples is the home of the mafia. So let's hope they're not watching too closely.
Yeah. If you had Thiago Silva, we would be hit with his experience will make the younger player teams improved. That's true. Jazz Fusion, Philip, Leverkusen isn't selling Colin. No reason to. What else is there? We've got Gary Becks. Werner makes total sense. Can play across the front 3 positions. He has something to prove. Has better record than most want to admit. Already stood for selfies, mocking the Gooners. LOL as well.
He endeared himself to the Spurs fans already.
Yeah. We've got Coco. What you guys think of Mateus Sulu? Spurs been linked with him. I would be shocked if we get someone of his caliber at that age. I've saw.
Trying to find that out.
I like him. I think he's a great player. But I would be shocked if he came to Tottenham, especially at his age. But look, we have to see.
We'll see.
Carl, sorry, go on, Philip.
No.
No, what are you saying? Sorry.
Nothing to say. No, nothing. No, I wasn't saying that. No, I wasn't going to say anything. No.
Okay. Coco Paratici signed him for Juventus, so wouldn't rule it out, especially if they want Højbjerg. Now,
Juventus, I said they don't want Højbjerg.
Yeah, you said that last night. I'm hearing something different, Philip, that 2 Italian teams are after Højbjerg. So where would you think they would be? Napoli and
Milan, maybe into Milan, maybe.
Yeah. Jazz Fusion. I didn't want to say I am Spectrum like he is. I know that drill. Yeah, look, I know how I'm the same myself, Jazz Fusion. Philip knows I am as well. So look, it's very common, but look, it is what it is, isn't it, Philip? It's around the world. It's more talked about than it was years ago, Philip, to be fair.
Oh yeah, it was swept under the carpet years ago. At least now it's out in the open and people know and understand it.
Yeah. The chat is humping tonight, Philip. It really is. Werner may seem a bit of a punt to some, but if you look at his game, he's versatile, and times he runs to perfection. Just someone needs an extra chance or two.
Yeah,
that's true.
Good pace too. Great pace.
Yeah. Leslie says Hincapi is a loose cannon. We have Romero. We don't need another get suspended.
True.
That's true. We wanted Ilian Jr. and Sulu from you. Then Werner happens. So now we're only looking at I'll see what happens from there.
Yeah.
Varane is available. Come and get him. No, thank you.
No,
thank you. And Carl Simpson, the last comment of the show. I thought you were playing on the Xbox the same time as the stream. That's why you weren't looking at us. Wink. Yeah. Philip, look, it's been a mad show. It's been a mad stream. When you see the numbers after the stream, you're going to fall off your chair. They've been mental.
Yep.
And the like buttons as well. So please, everyone, hit that like button. What time are we back tonight, Philip? We're back on there?
Quarter to 8.
Quarter to 8. What time's the draw?
Quarter to 8. 10 to.
So we're back on at quarter to 8 for the FA Cup last third round game. Wigan against Manchester United. Philip, what's your score prediction for tonight as we end off?
3-0 to United. I can't see Wigan doing it.
I'm going for a change. I'm going for 2-0 Wigan.
All right, there you go.
We'll bring you up-to-date breaking news in that as well. We've got everything coming up, so we're on a quarter to 8 for the draw. Come on, you Spurs. Thank you, Mr. Brady, for joining me again today. He's not with me tomorrow. He's having his day off tomorrow. When he does Phil Collins.
Might be. The weather is so bad here, Dermot. If it's frosty in the morning, I'm not risking it. Won't be going to Dublin tomorrow.
Yeah, so I hope you are here, Philip. No, don't get me. I hope you are, because
there's every chance I will be, because it's rumored to go down to -6 here tonight. So there's no way I'm driving up in that.
Yeah, -5 here in Wexford as well. So
no, I'm not going to
due to anyway. But listen, guys, we are back tonight at quarter to 8. Please join me and Philip for the last third round watch along of the thing. Again, thank you to Mr. Virgin for putting me internet back properly. Thank you for Philip for sending him a letter. Very thing. It's so nice to be back on YouTube again, doing what I love doing, which is talking to you guys and talking Tottenham and transfer news. Colin Turner, thank you, gents. Thank you. But on that bombshell, hang on, we've got one more thing for Philip before we let him go. Philip, I think I think I have to do this. I went to a VAR. We're going to VAR first. I was told, Philip, during the stream, I had to VAR it. But look, you've been upgraded now from yellow. But this is the problem.
So that means I'm suspended for the next 3 matches.
No,
I can't come near you for the next 3 matches.
No, you're grand, Philip. You're back on again tonight with me. Well, whatever you do, thank you all for watching. And I don't know what to say to everyone, but thank you. Today's been mad.
Thank you very much. Thank you so much.
Please hit that like button, subscription button, and also pick up your memberships. It does help. We'll see you tonight, quarter to 8. Come on, you Spurs.
Yep.
In big Philip Brady. In Philip Brady, we trust. Woo-hoo.
Yeah.